Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In this episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, we're going to talk about learnings from Dr. Wayne Dyer. What lights you up? Wayne Dyer was an amazing individual. You know, I was listening to a podcast that he was on recently, and he was speaking about the fact that he had just received tenure, if he wanted it, at St. John's University in New York, where he had worked. And he walked away. And the reason that he walked away was because he had said he had done the same thing over and over again. And really, what he wanted to do was live what he thought was his purpose. Now, I answer a lot of questions on Quora. It's a forum where people ask questions and other people answer them. And one of the questions that was asked was, how do I find my purpose? Well, Dr. Dyer was all about living one's purpose. And in fact, in his first book, Erroneous Zones, which he actually took all around the country in his car all by himself to sell to the bookstores so they would sell it for him, he had a few very important teachings for us all in terms of letting go of negativity and becoming our own person. And I'd like to go through a few of those because I think you might find them very helpful. And some of them aren't going to necessarily be new, but actually we can always hear these ideas again and again until we're able to integrate them into our lives. So the first thing that he really made a really huge point about was that we have the power to choose. Yes, you have the power to choose who you are and to take charge of your thoughts and be in the present. Because one of the things that he realized is that a lot of people are out there are the walking dead. So he asks, how long are you going to allow yourself to be a walking dead person? Happiness is a choice, and it comes from within. That's right, it's not outside there, it's from within you. He says to take charge of all of yourself by controlling your thoughts and controlling your emotions and the way that you feel. Because when you have negative thoughts, emotions are created that can stop you from doing what you truly want. They'll avoid you from speaking your truth, expressing your feelings, because you may offend other people. I have news for you. It's other people's desire to be offended, they'll be offended. Of course, there's better ways to speak to people about your truths than others, but generally speaking, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, aren't they? Accept where you're at now and develop for your own good. It's not about getting other people's approval, because the only approval that you really need is yourself. And that's done by having a positive self-image without linking it to any achievements and accomplishments. This is a way to love yourself. It's a way to develop self-worth. And a way to avoid relationships that are destructive. Remember that the past doesn't equal the present. And by this he's talking about letting go of self-limiting labels based on your past behavior. You know, we all do things in our lives that maybe perhaps we would have felt better about ourselves if we hadn't done them. but this is actually called learning and growing. And with that in mind, understand that guilt and worry will only destroy you. Guilt can be positive if you respond to it appropriately and make the appropriate amends and correct your behavior in the future. However, you want to stop punishing yourself for things that you did years ago. There's no way to change it. The only thing you can do is move on. He even goes as far as to say that worrying is a negative hallucination. So, why don't you focus on the solution instead? You can become excited by exploring the unknown, because this is how we grow. It only happens when we do something new. And the only thing that may be stopping you is your own fear of, that's right, failure. If you stop trying to please other people, you can challenge and expand yourself. Get out of your comfort zone and grow. And you can do this by challenging convention. Because there's a lot of things that aren't really correct in conventional thinking. Get outside the box. Create something new and different. Think for yourself. It's an amazing thing that you can do. And this is a biggie. Procrastination comes from fear, is what he says. Problems will not just disappear on their own. What you need to understand is that procrastination is really a fear of failure, confrontation, and feeling uncomfortable. Go ahead and categorize and prioritize your to-do list. And take your actions now, because when we take positive actions, we feel much better. Even when you make the decision to take an action, you feel a lot better. You have the freedom to pursue your own happiness. And remember, anger is destructive, and it can be used to manipulate yourself and others around you by using guilt, by getting people to do what you want, and that's not okay. Choose to be happy and create your own life now. And he actually had a couple of really important things to say about the ways that we can think differently. 2 questions, actually. First, what lights your fire? And second, what makes you feel really good? Align with these ideas, and you'll find yourself living an extraordinary life, living your life on purpose. As always, I'd like to thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, AT as in Tom, REON as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.